Today we're going to swap out a kitchen faucet. You can see this faucet here, even though I've got it shut off, still has a drip. So we're actually going to swap out a Moen Chateau with a Moen Chateau. The issue is this building has hard water problems and these taps aren't lasting long. They need to get their water treated. But first here, you can see make sure your shutoffs are shut off before you do anything. And if you have this problem, you'll have to shut your main off. In this instance, we can't shut the main off. Well, I shouldn't say that, we can, but we'd leave about 60 people without water, and that requires a scheduled shutdown. So what I'm going to do is I know I can replace this faucet when it's just down to a drip. So before you disconnect your water lines, I like to unmount the faucet first, back these 3 screws off, and usually you can get them by hand. The screws actually act as a bit of a wrench to give you a little bit of leverage. And once you get this nut backed off, it's really all that holds the faucet down. Now, if you are in a residential home, just shut your main off. But like I said before, in this instance, we don't have the ability to shut the water off. Today, anyways. So what I'm going to do first is get my new faucet all prepped and ready to go. Now what I like to do is get my screws in this nut first. Get them close to flush and then bring them back a bit because you don't want them past the nut. The reason again I like to do this is the screws will give you a little bit of leverage and something to grab onto while you're trying to lock the nut to the underside of the cabinet. And once you've got all that ready to go, make sure your new faucet is in place and ready. We can remove the water lines. And I didn't show it, but I've got a little towel down and a bucket underneath this. Now I know there's not going to be a lot of water. Just from experience, it's going to be a drip. You'll see a little bit of water come out here. That's just residual from the lines going to the faucet. So always make sure you have a bucket, and I like to put a towel down too, because the drips can be a little sporadic, as you can see. But don't get too worked up if if you get a little bit of water on the bottom of the cabinet. Just clean it up, dry it up, no big deal. So you can see the left side here, the hot side, is the valve that's not holding 100%, and that's what's giving us our drip. So now that I've already got it uninstalled by removing the lock nut previously, once I get these supply lines off, I'll just be able to pull the faucet straight out of the kitchen sink. And at that point, I'll be able to put my new faucet straight back down in the sink. Now, this is a good opportunity because I know that that drip is going to stay pretty consistent anyways. I like to just clean up the top here. You can use anything. You can see here I even kind of used my fingernail a bit. That's probably not the cleanest thing in the world to do. But don't use anything too abrasive on stainless steel. You can scratch it. And nobody's ever really going to see under here again. It's just good peace of mind to give it a good clean. So once you've got it cleaned up, now you can put your new faucet back down in. And you have to kind of turn these as you push them down, and they'll find where they want to sit. There is a little groove, but if you just give it a little twist. So now you put your lock nut assembly back in, and again these screws are going to help give a little bit of a leverage point so that you can lock the faucet back down into place. I'll go ahead and speed up this part of the video for you because you don't need to watch me thread an entire nut in real time. And you can see that drip still going beside in the bottom corner there too. So once you've got this up and a good hand tight, what I like to do is use a basin wrench. Now if you don't have a basin wrench, you can try and get some channel locks or something in there, but you're going to want to give this a good tighten with an actual tool. I see people not do that and just rely on the screws, and they do become loose over time. So once you get it tight, just tighten up these screws again, and that'll hold down your faucet in place. And just check to make sure that it is solid when you go up there. Give it a little test. Now supply lines come labeled hot and cold. Hot on the left, cold is on the right. And you can see here we've got it all sealed back up and we are able to do it with a drip. Thanks again for watching. And remember, if you do like our content, we do appreciate, I don't know why I always say we, it's just me. But I do appreciate a like or a subscribe. Thanks again.